Very good morning to Facebook family. It is wonderful to be here today among you all. Almond Light Exchange has always, by various initiatives, taken care of their customers. So, Art of Living in association with Almond Light Exchange is conducting this health and happiness workshop. Today is the fourth session. So, let us quickly recap what are the main things we have discussed in the last 3 days. So, we discussed about the 7 levels of our existence, which is body, breath, mind, intellect, memory, ego, and the self. And we also saw the 4 sources of energy. So they are food, sleep, calm and meditative state of mind, and the breath. So what is common in both is the breath. And we have talked about the importance of breath. And the breath is always in the moment. You cannot prepone or postpone the breath. But the nature of the mind is, it is always in the past and future. One of the tendencies of the mind which we discussed yesterday. And we can control the mind by using the breath, which is always in the moment. Mind which is going in the past and future, we can control by using the breath. Now let us look at the health aspect. What are the pillars of health? There are 4 pillars of health. One is sleep. Second one is nutrition. The third one is physical activity like yoga, pranayama, etc. And the fourth aspect is the knowledge. Like whatever we are talking about, this knowledge, this also helps us in our mental health. When our emotions overcome us, how through knowledge also we are able to come back. So let us first look at the sleep. So 4 sources are the sleep, nutrition, physical exercises, which is asanas, yogas, pranayam, also Sudarshan Kriya, which we do in Art of Living, rhythmic breathing, and the knowledge. Now you look at the stress. What Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, the founder of Art of Living, is very beautifully defined stress. He says, see, and he also talks about what is common, who is competing to God. God is everywhere. But if you look at the human beings, one thing which is competing is the stress also. Everybody is having stress. So how he defines stress so beautifully is too much to do, workload is too much. Too little time, because we have only 24 hours, we can't increase. And no energy. So yesterday we saw the 4 sources of energy. So how important it is that to reduce the stress, we need to work on the energy. And we have seen that to be in the high level of energy, we have got all positive emotions. Now let us look at what is the impact of stress on your health. How does the body mind respond to everyday demands and threats? When the stress is too much, its impact on the health is shown as pains and aches, migraine, ulcers, blood pressure, stroke, hemorrhage, cancer, irritable bowel syndrome, and others. And when this leads to distress, when the stress is in excess, up to a point, your body can handle, but beyond that, it leads to distress and it will result in all these health problems. Always little of stress is okay, because that is sometimes required. If there's no deadlines, no stress, then maybe everything is taken easy, no? But to some extent, but not beyond a point. Now, how we can handle the stress, that is very important. So as we said that lack of energy is one of the reasons for that is something which we can work on. So how we can increase the prana, the energy? There are different sources. One is the exercise. The other one is the postures, yoga asanas we can do. Then Sudarshan Kriya, which is taught in Art of Living, is the heart of the course. We have got a happiness program, which we are not covering in this sessions. But it's a profound medical benefits, and it really works on reducing the stress levels. And then the sattvic food, the food aspect of the energy, you have to focus on eating the sattvic food and meditation, because meditation is the one which is going to control, to make the mind more and more equanimous. Let go of the stress and make the mind more and more equanimous. So that is one way, increasing the prana. Another way is to manage your time effectively. Many times what happens, we have a lot of activities, some small activities, we say that this is not important, so we will postpone it. And finally that becomes the critical item, and then you build stress. So many of those small items you clear. So attend to matters even if they are not urgent. That's also a very good trick to reduce the stress. Then adequate sleep. See, sleep is also a source of energy. So you can see that 4 sources of energy, which is food, sleep, your breath, and the calm and meditation. All the 4 what we talked about, main sources of energy, these are all the sources for handling the stress also. So very, very important to observe on these 4 aspects. Now what happens, adequate sleep, how we can get adequate sleep? That is why meditation is a must. See, when you meditate, we have meditated the last 3 days also. When you meditate, the mind expands when it is relaxed. And when the mind gets relaxed, the body also gets rest. And what happens is, in meditation, the healing will automatically happen. So when you are a very regular meditator, you are giving rest to the mind, you are giving rest to the body, and automatically the body will be harmony in the levels of existence. So when it comes, the healing will be automatic. And the 4th way is to balance. See, in our body system, there are free radicals and antioxidants. So when the free radicals go out of control, the antioxidants come and they balance. And one of the medical benefits of Sudarshan Kriya is the antioxidants increase by 30% when you are a regular practitioner of Sudarshan Kriya. And it also reduces the lactate levels. You can see the net, you can see the medical benefits of Sudarshan Kriya. It's very phenomenal. It's all done by NIMHANS, AIIMS, a lot of studies done very well, adequate. And we have seen the experiences of many people who have undergone these courses. So now let's close our eyes and start taking deep breaths. And let the breath go on its own. Observe the rhythm of your breath. Welcome each incoming breath and bid goodbye to every outgoing breath. Incoming breath energizes the body, and the outgoing breath relaxes the body. The body is expanding as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, the body is contracting. Observe this phenomenon. Expansion and contraction of the body as you breathe in and out. Take a deep breath in and let go. Now we learned yesterday the victorious breath, Ujjayi breath, the breath you are taking from the throat. So we'll now take few long and deep Ujjayi breaths. Start taking normal breaths and let the breath go on its own. Become aware of your body and surroundings. And you can slowly open your eyes. So now we will do little physical stretches. We will do what we did on the first 2 days. Yesterday we didn't do much, and we'll add on some more today. So you can all come to your yoga mat, or if you're sitting at a place, then you can make little space to do these stretches. So we can start. First, we'll sit in Vajrasana, which we learned yesterday. If you cannot, then you can sit in normal position with your spine erect. So we will start with, take your hands, both the palms on the head, and massage the head. Feel the vibrations, feel the relaxation. But take your right palm and massage your forehead. Do it with full awareness what's happening as you're doing this. Feel the relaxation. Now with your thumb and the index finger, you can straighten your eyebrows and feel the relaxation as you're doing this. With your index finger, it can slide around on your upper eyelid. Feel the relaxation with your thumb below the eyelids. Now take our finger in the front, index finger, right finger. It's a near object. Look at the finger. And then look at a far object away from you. Come back to the index finger. Again to the far object. Index finger, and now to the left far object, the left corner. Index finger back to index finger. Then to the right far object. Come back to index finger. Now look at your left ear. Keep your head straight. Look at your right ear, keeping head straight. Between the eyebrows, without blinking your eyelids, to your nose. Now rotate your eyes clockwise. Anti-clockwise. Now, between the point where both the eyes meet, end, we just massage and close your eyes. Now we squeeze our eyes and open wide. Squeeze, open wide. Squeeze, open wide. Squeeze, open wide. Squeeze, open wide. And feel the relaxation in your eyes. Close your eyes. Now slide your thumb and the right index finger along the nose, both the sides, and feel the relaxation. Now to your cheeks. You can massage the cheeks. Feel the cheekbones, below that the knots. Open your mouth wide and close. Move your jaws to the right and left. Join all your teeth together and squeeze there. Now make a sound with your tongue. Now pull your ears downward. To sideways, upward, and then rotate it clockwise and anti-clockwise. And feel that relaxation as you've done this. Now today we will be using all Ujjayi breaths for all the postures what we're going to do. So now we will do the neck rotation. Take Ujjayi breath in. As you breathe out, chin to the chest. Breathing in back to center. Breathing out, go back. And feel the stretch. Breathing in back to center. Breathing out right ear to the right shoulder. Feel the stretch. Breathing in back to center. Breathing out left ear to the left shoulder. Breathing in back to center. Breathing out chin to the chest. Now do clockwise rotation as you breathe in to the right and back. As you breathe out to the left and front. And continue this rotation. Gentle rotation with full awareness of the movement in the neck region. Joyful rotation. Now we'll reverse it as you breathe in to the left and back. And as you breathe out to the right and front. And once you finish this round, relax, observe the sensations in your neck region. All the movements have to be done slowly and with full awareness, whatever you can do. And we are using Ujjayi breath today. We are doing the rotation at all these postures. Take your attention, your shoulders. Take your hands on the shoulder. As you breathe in, take it out. There it goes. As you breathe out, release it from the back. You can feel the shoulder joints movement. Continue. Move, breathing in, up. And as you breathe out, relax. Now we'll reverse the direction. As you breathe in, take it back and up. And as you breathe out, release it from the wheel front. It's just like a wheel. And once you finish this round, relax. Now you can slowly stand up. And we'll do for the elbow. As you breathe in, bend your elbow. As you breathe out, release. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Take both your hands in the front, close your fists, and we'll do the wrist rotation. Reverse the direction. And feel the movement in your wrist joints as you're doing this. Now open all your fingers wide as you breathe in and take it down as you breathe out. And release. You can stretch both your hands. And I will again rotate. Tata. And release. Now as you breathe in, take your hands up. And slowly keeping your head straight, slide your right hand towards the right knee and look. Feel the stretch. Beginning, straighten your head, straighten your hand, and slowly as you breathe out, bring your left hand down. As you breathe in, take your right hand up. Straight up, stretch it as if somebody is pulling you. And slowly slide your left hand towards the left knee and look up. And slowly straighten your head. As you breathe out, bring your right hand down. Once more, as you breathe in, take your left hand up. And now we'll bend to the right. Keep breathing. Feel the stretch in the left rib cage. Again, straighten your head and your arms straight, and as you breathe out, bring your left hand down. Or take your right hand up. This time, as you breathe out, to the left side. Feel the stretch in your right rib cage. Slowly come back to normal position. As you breathe out, bring your right hand down. Or take both your hands forward. Breathe in. As you breathe out, turn to your right side. Feel the stretch in your right hip joint. Little more to the right. Your feet are stationary on the ground. The best you can and look over your right shoulder. Feel the stretch. As you breathe in, come back to center. As you breathe out the left side, feel the stretch in your left hip joint. Little more. The best you can. Look over your left shoulder. Feet are firmly on the ground. Again, as you breathe in, come back to center. And breathing out, relax. Then we'll do a little jogging. Loosen your whole body. You do now something for the lower part of the body. And on your knees. To right and left. The front. You are on a treadmill. The back. not jump. Touch the ceiling. And slow down. Close your eyes and observe the rhythm of your breath. The rhythm of the body has gone into your breath. This is what happens when you go for a walk. But through the breath, we can, breathing techniques, the rhythm of the breath can be given to the mind and make the mind calm and steady. Now we'll come on our knees and we'll do the pose which we all did when we were a small child. It's called the child pose. So you will now, this one you will use normal breath. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you take your head forward. Both your hands are by the side of the heels. And relax. If you cannot touch the ground, it is okay. Then you can take support of your hand and rest on it like this. And vertebra, straighten your back, straighten your head, and relax. By a little variation of this, you place your left hand on the stomach and the right hand on the stomach, or on the top of the left hand. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you bend forward. Again, vertebra, straighten your back. This posture is very good for the diabetes patients. Now we will do the Vastrika Pranayama, what we learned yesterday. Can you click on? So close your eyes and take position for first round of Vastrika.
Now, in normal and forceful breathing, in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in 5, in 6, in 7, in 8, in 9, in 10, in 11, in 12, in 13, in 14, and 15. Relax your hands.
Observe the sensations in your body.
Get ready for the second round of Bhastrika.
Loose this on side of the shoulders, head straight, a gentle smile on your face. Take a normal deep breath in and breathe out. One more deep breath in and let go. All together, full of joy and enthusiasm.
In 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in 5, in 6, in 7, in 8, in 9, in 10, in 11, in 12, in 13, in 14 and 15. Relax completely. Observe the flow of energy in the body.
Take position for third and final round of Bhastrika.
Take a normal breath in and breathe out completely. One more breath in and relax totally. Now in normal and forceful breathing. In 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in 5, in 6, in 7, in 8, in 9, in 10, in 11, in 12, in 13, in 14 and 15. Relax completely. Observe the sensations happening in the body. You are well. And relax totally. Sit in normal posture.
Now we'll do one more stretch. You can join both your legs together and come as near to your feet as possible. Keep your back straight. And now we'll flap our wings like a butterfly. And feel the stretch in your hip joints, the upper thigh and the knee. Just do it fast, the fastest you can. Slow down, elongate your spine, take your head back, and slowly bend forward as much as you can. And relax. And you can stretch your legs and lay down on your back.
Lie down flat on the floor or sit wherever you are. Hands open to the ceiling. Take a normal breath in and breathe out completely. Eyes closed and lying still. One more breath in and relax totally. Every breath in energizes your body and every breath out relaxes you. Relax more and more as you breathe out. Become aware of your right feet. Bring your attention to your right knee, right thigh and hips. Become aware of your left feet, left knee, left thigh and hips. Become aware of your genitals, abdomen, stomach, and your chest region. Become aware of your right hand, your entire right hand, from the palms to the shoulders. Bring your attention to your left hand, from the palm to the shoulders. Bring your attention to the neck region, face, and to the top of your head. Become aware of your whole body. Bring your attention from the foot to the top of your head. Take a normal breath in and breathe out. Feel the freedom within you. Slowly turn to your right side, and with the support of your arms, we slowly sit up with eyes closed. Take a normal breath in and breathe out completely. Relax totally, becoming aware of your body and surroundings. You may slowly and gradually open your eyes.
So how was it? Feeling good? So yesterday we talked about meditation. So as you see that when you did these stretches, you can feel the stresses have got relieved. Because physical exercises is one way you can get the stress to relieve. The postures, no? It can be any physical exercises, the postures, and the pranayams. We did one of the Bhastrika pranayam today. Now let us see how we can meditate. What are the ways in which we can meditate? We talked that meditation yesterday as absolute comfort. So how we can experience that absolute comfort? One of the things is the physical means. That is, do exercises, do yoga, postures with the rhythm. Today we learned to do it with the rhythm. The Ujjayi breath which we have learned, use that breath when you are doing the postures. So you will be able to hold your breath for longer period in those postures. And it is like each posture is like getting into meditation when you do it with full awareness, no? And what happens in the physical mean, the activity actually brings little tiredness. So before you meditate, normally you will do little physical activities and the mind will slip into meditation very easily. See, we are very active or too well rested, no? If you do too much physical exercises, then you will not be able to meditate. Or it is too well rested, then you will not get the meditation. It has to be tired, but not that tired. A delicate balance, no? Then the system will slip into meditation. So that is one way physical means. The other one is through the breath and the pranayama. So we learned how the mind can be controlled by the breath, which is always in the moment. I can't postpone or prepone. And in the Art of Living Happiness program, there's a beautiful process called Sudarshan Kriya, which is rhythmic breathing. See, human being is the only species on this planet which can vary the rhythm of the breath. So this gift which the divine has given us as a human being is being used in this process, and it has got enormous benefits. So if you're a regular practitioner of Sudarshan Kriya, you would have increased your immunities, I would say, 5-fold. And normally, you would not get into a physical or mental health problem if you're a regular practitioner with awareness. And the third way is through any sensory pleasure. See, there are 5 elements now in this universe. It is made up of 5 elements: the earth, water, air, fire, and ether. And each of these elements actually is associated with our senses. Earth is associated with smell, water is associated with taste, air is associated with touch, fire with sight, and ether with sound. Now let me give an example how this through senses also you get into meditation. A sensory pleasure, no? Like a child is eating chocolate, is really enjoying, is fully with the chocolate, then what happens? Is there any worries? Just totally enjoying, no? That is absolute comfort. Or you are looking at, you're watching the sky, lot of stars, it's empty space. So what happens, the moment comes, when you're watching that scenery, the mind becomes still. Or you are going for some beautiful mountain hills, you are going into that scenery and suddenly you see greenery and sun rising, sun setting, mind becomes still and it goes into a walk. So automatically it's actually a meditation happening, empty space. See, consciousness, mind, they're all space. So when you go into that vastness, automatically you will get into meditation. Or you're listening to music fully, intently, and you're fully into that music, then is there any worry? You're actually into a comfort. Or you are looking at something very wonderful, or you're astonished, then suddenly something comes up, and your mind stops. So through sensory pleasures also, you get moments of this meditation. Happens in our life. And then through emotions, let's say you get a shock, something happened, then or a fear, something in front of you, let's say a lion comes in front of you. At that moment, what will happen? You will get into fear, no? So actually that time the mind is stopping. It has become very alert. And then also through the intellect. See, like we talked about a lot of these knowledge points. When you're aware of this, then that intellect takes you, and there are some very beautiful value points what we talk in the Art of Living Happiness program. So there are so much applicable in real life that when you come to different events or happenings in our life, one of those intellect, the knowledge points come to our mind, and we are able to not allow the mind to go up or down. We are able to make that equanimity. So it is a journey from movement to stillness or to silence. That is what meditation is. So every posture actually can be meditative. If you do each and every, that's why I told on the first day that even if you do 3-4 postures is enough, but do it with that full, consistently and with full awareness. Do it slowly and with the complete awareness what is happening. Already you are going into meditation. And being at home with your own self and with everything in the universe, very natural, being at ease. If you cultivate that sort of an habit without getting perturbed, and events will come, but what is the point of your losing balance when the events come? That is the time when you need to become calm. Then only you can take care of it. No, if I am going to change my mind to move along with the happenings, then how do I effectively face that situation? And it is basically when you go into meditation, it is limited identity to unlimited space. There are more than 100 odd techniques to get into meditation. So that is a different subject by itself. So just to put together what we discussed, this physical means through breath and pranaya, through any sensory pleasure, through emotions, and through intellect. Now we will do a beautiful meditation. I will tell my co-teacher Neeta to come and guide us through that meditation. So you can get ready.
Welcome. Keep your eyes closed. How, with the help of the sound, we can quieten our mind and the body. Take a normal breath in and breathe out completely. Keep your eyes closed. Hands on your lap facing the ceiling. Take one more breath in and relax totally. Keep a gentle smile on your face. Every breath in energizes you, and every breath out relaxes you. Now we make use of the sound ho. So I will say ho, you will also say ho. So with a little force. Ho! 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 He. Relax. Observe the sound vibrations flowing through your body and relaxing you. Repose in yourself. Let your mind become more and more still. Take a normal breath in And breathe out completely. One more peaceful, happy breath in. And relax totally. Become aware of your body and surroundings. And whenever you feel complete, you may slowly and gradually open your eyes. So, how did you feel? You meditated?
Yeah, very well. It's really surprised that sound can make the mind so still, no? So one of the ways to meditate. So, this is one technique what we saw how to sound we can make our mind still. And in Art of Living, there's one more meditation course which is called Sahaj Samadhi Dhyan Yoga. In this also we use this sound vibration, and there you don't tell it loud. See, normally a seed, how when it because before becoming a plant, you put a seed below the ground and then you water it. You don't check every 3 days whether how the growth is happening. Keep it as a secret, and then you put the water and manure, and then the tree becomes big, and then it starts giving the fruits or the flowers, right? So same way, you are given a sound vibration, which you keep it a secret, and it's very personal to you. And using this sound vibration, you can go into very deep state of very deep rest for your mind. And this it is recommended that you do meditation twice a day. Spend 15-20 minutes with yourself doing meditation, and you will see that within 6 months of your continuous practice of meditation, your whole life can change. So meditation has got profound impact on your life. So tomorrow we will talk. There's one more tendency of the mind, which I think we have got 3-4 minutes. We will cover that. The one of the tendencies of the mind we saw was it is moving from past to future and future to past because of that. A lot of stress and tension is created. So we also discussed about how we can bring that mind which is oscillating in the past and future into the moment by using your breath. The other thing yesterday we saw was the mind is always having that it is whenever we are talking to two people are communicating, in both the minds it is saying agree or disagree. So there is something happening, but we are not aware of this agreement or disagreement. And because of that, somewhere in between the line, the communication is not effective from both the ways. Third thing is very interesting. The mind has a tendency to cling on to the negatives. So suppose you had not a good experience with a person. So that impression has gone into your memory. And you are involved as a team with that person, and something that person has done good. And somebody asks you, how is that? It is good? He says, yeah, it's good, but so there is something within you which is that past impression, no? It is holding. So then what happens is you are not becoming natural and free. And also, what one level, because of the memory and because your ego was hurt when that incident happened, this tendency of the mind to cling on to the negative, no, is having an effect on your memory and your ego level. So it is very important that we observe this tendency of the mind and give everybody a fresh chance. Not that once something has happened, then you brand that person as out of your life, no? Everybody can make mistakes, or something must have happened wrong unintentionally or because of stress. Everybody is not fortunate to be in this knowledge that you're able to look back and take hold of yourself. No? So we need to look at this tendency of the mind and become aware. So that is the three. So there are three tendencies of the mind. One is it moves into the past and future, creating stress. And second thing is that it's always having an agreement or disagreement. So become aware of this. Then only you are able to really absorb fully in any communication. And this tendency of clinging on to the negative. So we can always look at, forget the negatives and look at the positives instead of looking at only the negative. And most of the time you will be surprised that the negatives are only some 10-15% of your life. 85% is good. But we make that 10-15% as 150%. And then we become unhappy and we are sad. Our whole mood changes. So we have that ability to manage our mind well. And that is why all this, whatever we are talking about, you see that it's so well connected. Your health, your stress, the sources of energy, and the levels of existence. So look at these four things together. And health and happiness is there if you are able to mind it, able to handle it well with awareness. And breath is the one thing which always increases your awareness level. And again, as I said yesterday, that it is not necessary that you're all the time going to be equanimous. There may be some moments when you may lose that focus. And you may get angry or you may become depressed. But once you are into this, then you come back to the center very quickly. So with that, I think we are coming to the end of the fourth session. So I would once again thank Al-Mullah Exchange and Al-Mullah Group Management for giving Art of Living this opportunity to spend some precious moments with your esteemed customers on this beautiful subject of health and happiness. And we will have the last session tomorrow. And we'll end today's section like all the days. I belong to you. And okay, bye.